Hello YouTube and welcome back into another Dare to Game video. Today we're playing Kingdom Come Deliverance and we're doing another fan requested armor guide. This one is the Henry's promo armor and this was requested by The Beast. And as you can see from the comment it says, could you do a video about the armor we see in the art? You know, when he is on his knee holding Radzig's sword. And I assume by that he means this art, which was used on the cover of the game. If, in fact, this person was referring to the art where he's using the red Milanese brigandine as his main piece of armor, I actually already did an armor guide for that one, and I will link it down in the description or comments or something. So, if you're here for this one, then let's get right to it. So this one is, as you can see from the picture, not that great of a suit of armor. I mean, just from the start, it looks cool. But of course, there aren't perfect items in the game to kind of match it, but I did my absolute best. So let's start it out with weapons. So weapons was actually the easy part. We of course have the dagger, which, like I've always said in all my videos, you should never leave home without a dagger. And then Sir Radzig Kobula's sword. The sword my father made for Sir Radzig Kobula. Not too much description there. Decent sword, 45. You know, not great, but decent. They make a lot of fuss about it in the game, but it's actually not that good of a long sword. I wish the item in the game would have been better than this. It should be the best sword in the game based on how much fuss they give it. I mean, it definitely looks the best. I really love the design of it, but performance-wise, it's not that great. But anyway, so that's the weapons for this armor. Let's put on the clothing. Okay, and now there's going to be a few steps to this. So, for starters, we have, in clothing, we have Bianca's ring, you know, Henry's girlfriend at the beginning of the game, Bianca. He gets her ring, so that makes sense. Mother's necklace, same thing, from his mother. Cumin spurs. I assume he killed a cumin, so those are his spurs. He clearly is wearing a gray hood in the art, except it has, instead of the spiky ridges, it's got like the crenellation looking ridges. But I can't find that item anywhere in the game, so I don't even know if it even exists, at least in this color. And I actually couldn't find it in any other, like brown, linen, or black, which arguably from this picture it could be any of those colors, but none of them had that, so I stuck with the gray, but it just has the wrong shape. He's got something on under his hood in that picture, but I couldn't find anything in the game that looked like that, and you can't put two hoods on. So I just skipped it, I guess. We have the ordinary tarred jacket, and I went through a lot of gambesons to find which one looks the most like it in the promo art, and this is the one that looks the most like it. It doesn't have the little arm tied things, and it's long sleeves on both sides, whereas in the promo art, it looks like he's either got it ripped or rolled up on one side. Obviously, I can't do that, but that's where we're at there. Pilgrim shoes, because you can't see his shoes, but I'm pretty sure Henry wears pilgrim shoes in the beginning of the game. I can't say for sure. He might wear something else, but I think they also look really good. And since you can't see him anyway, you know, I figured why not. Then we have the short noble hauberk. I can't guarantee that this is what he's wearing, but he's wearing a hauberk with short sleeves. And you can see it has a belt and something coming down on the right side. And I couldn't find any other hauberk that matched that. So I think this one is the way to go. And then we have the tight black hose. Again, hard to say which pants he's actually wearing, but these ones seemed like they fit. And then we have a few more items. So you can see that he's wearing a male coif in the picture. He doesn't have it up, it's down, but you can see he's got it. And it's kind of bulged up, so I'm assuming he's wearing a padded coif and a male coif. So if we pop both of those on, obviously I can't pull him down, but that's what it looks like over his head. And then he's got a helmet by his knees in the picture, and based on what I can see of it and all the helmets in the game, I think it's gotta be, or at least the closest one to it, is the bassinet with clap visor. You can see it's a bassinet from the point on the top, and then you can kind of see a good portion of the helmet itself, and while the clap visor in the promo art is slightly more angular and pointy, it does look the most like this. The only other one that's kind of close is the hound skull, but it looks a lot different from that, so I think it's got to be the bassinet with clap visor. So all in all, this is the best interpretation, and he's not wearing gloves or anything else, he's missing a whole lot of armor, but this is the best interpretation I can do of the promo art armor as it shows in that picture. I mean, obviously he's not wearing the helmet and his coif is down, but that's, you know, for dramatic effect. This would be what it would look like if he was wearing it all. Stat-wise, not great. This has a value of 3,230.5 groschen, a AAR of 38.75, making it really bad. That's like one of the worst suits of armor I've ever made. Well, except for that one video where I did the absolute worst on purpose. That one was terrible. But anyway, and a base weight of 53 pounds. So even though the AAR is so low, it's still a decently heavy suit of armor. I mean, 53 is light armor for the game, but considering how little protection you're getting, I could have less weight and more protection very easily. So that's what it ends up being based on just the promo art. But since I always like to see what I can do, I decided to also throw some other pieces in here and see what I could do with it. So basically, here's my headcanon. This is what Henry's wearing on his way back to Skalitz. On his way, he, I don't know, runs into a wandering hedge knight or a mercenary or, a bandit, something, and he manages to kill him. And he loots some armor off and complements what he's already got. So we're going to keep everything he's got on and just fill in these empty spots, and we're going to improve these stats. So these are the items that we're going to improve his stats with. Milanese gauntlets, because they're relatively common gauntlets in the game, don't look gaudy or anything, but are good protection. Mail chausses, because we're actually going to need some good leg protection. Magdeburg plate pauldrons, because, again, pretty common in the game, very good protection, don't look gaudy. Dark Milanese brigandine, I think it speaks for itself, and an Aachen brigandine chausses. So we'll toss all those on and we'll see what it looks like. So that is my upgraded Henry from the promo art. Now mind you, if you're just going for roleplay and you want to look like he did in the art, that previous one I did. But then you can't wear the helmet because you won't look like him if you wear the helmet. So very, very bad protection. This, however, is pretty good protection. You throw on all these additional pieces of armor and you have a adjusted AAR or average armor rating of 93.25, putting it very near the top of the best suits of armor you can come up with in the game. And honestly, I think it looks really good and pretty unique. This would be a great hedge knight or bandit or something sort of playthrough. Rogue, maybe Henry's kind of a black sheep, doesn't play by the rules. This is kind of a cool suit of armor for that. I kind of wish when they did the tournament DLC, this would be what Black Peter looked like, because this is like a really cool suit of armor. But with all that in mind, let's see what this suit is like in combat. And as if to answer our prayers, here we go, someone that we can test in combat, and his armor looks
Sir, a word if you please.
almost exactly the same as Henry's. I mean, it's a little bit different here and there. Legs are different. Torso's a little bit different. Helmet's the same. Arms look the same.
Have you got a little time to spare?
Let's see what this Wayfaring Knight has to say.
What is it?
I'd like to challenge you to a duel, sir. A little amicable combat.
Why would I want to fight you?
Ad honorem, friend. For honor. For the thrill of combat.
Well, if that's how you look at it.
So, shall we cross swords?
That sounds interesting. But what shall we fight for?
Ah, so chivalry alone is not enough to tempt you.
No, sir. I'm drawn to more, glittering bait.
I see. Well, why not? Let us make it more interesting, then. I'll tell you what. I have a fine suit of armor, a horse and a sword I won at dice. The horse and sword I can use, but the armor doesn't fit me well. I'll bet a piece of armor against a reasonable sum of groschen.
All right. Why not?
I'm glad to hear it. Let's get to it, then.
Alright, let's see if we can't beat this guy. Let's see how good Sir Radzig's sword is. Whoa, that was a good hit. He might beat me.
Fucker.
Ooh, such language. All that talk of chivalry. Hey, there we go. We took him out. Let's put our sword away. And let's look. We didn't even get that scratched up. So that is 2 guides in 1. You get double value today. That's just fantastic value. No other YouTuber is going to offer you that fantastic of a value. I gave you the promo armor, which looked really bad. I'm sorry. I tried as hard as I could to make it look good, but it just didn't look good. And then I showed you upgraded Henry armor. So this is what he should look like after he's able to get some good armor. With all that in mind, like I said, this was a request made by The Beast. I hope he liked this video. He or she, I should say. And I hope all of you did too. And if you have any requests, of course, feel free to leave them down in the comment section below. But in any case, thanks for watching and have a nice day. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching another Dare to Game video. If you liked this video, please leave a like and a comment. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel. If you like my content and would like to support this channel, consider becoming a member today for as little as $1.99 a month. It makes a huge difference. But in any case, thanks for watching and have a nice day. I'll see you next time.